Hello beaders, it's me Mandy with Bead Woven Dreams. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry it's been a little while since I've done a video tutorial, and something came about in the past week and I thought to go ahead and do a video today. So we're going to make these earrings. I guess I'll just call them the gem drop earrings because they're like little drops at the bottom of a herringbone chain. So there's two different variations here, and I'll actually explain. These came about first, and then last night I did these. So some of you might be familiar with my latest pattern that I have on Etsy, the Nestled Gems Bracelet and earring set. So this is the bracelet here. So far it's like, I mean, all of my designs are my favorite, but this is my favorite so far. It's my fanciest. And this is done with CM AB crystals and 6mm. The pattern is done with 6mm for the bracelet. Here are the earrings as well to go along with it. And the earrings are done in 6mm and 4mm crystals. So this is the pattern here. So I was playing around with it and for like the past week, I guess, trying to see what else I can come up with. And I made a bracelet. They're a little different, and I don't know, I was kind of happy with it, kind of not. I might have to redo it again, rethink the whole thing. Anyway, what came out of it were these earrings, and I just fell in love with them. I thought they were really very cute. It's the same thing. It's a little nestle gem, just one that you have here in a bracelet. You have, I think I have 11, I'm not sure, 10 or 11 maybe, of the nestle gems next to each other. But here in this bracelet, you just have one, and then a chain of herringbone. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a video tutorial on how to do that as a little extra for those of you that did purchase the pattern. I did want to go ahead and share this with you. So yeah, you know, another way you can, you know, make a pair of earrings to kind of go along with the pattern that you purchased. And if you haven't purchased a pattern, we'll also cover how to do this as well. So it's gonna be a little different, but I'll show each way how to do it. So we'll go ahead and get started. Oh, by the way, in case you were wondering, this is permanent finish galvanized gold. The crystal here is Pacific opal in 6mm and 4mm right here. Absolutely love this color. Funny thing is, I purchased these crystals thinking it was a crystallite opal. They're very different. I mean, yeah, they are very different to me. Some people might think they're similar, kind of, sort of, but they're very different, especially for the project I was working on. And so I had them, and I just kept them for months, and as of this week, it was like, ooh, this is going to be perfect for this, and it just came out really well. Sometimes you think you made a bead purchase and it was a mistake, and then, you know, a few months later you hold on to those beads and something beautiful just comes out of it, and it's amazing. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started. All right, so I have already here one little nestle gem all by itself. And again, if you want the pattern, I'll put the link in the description below so you can purchase it. It's $8.50 for the pattern, and it covers the bracelet and the earrings. So like I said, this is just an add-on to go along with it. So you have one nestle gem here already done. The back is already done. And so we're coming out of an accent bead right here. This little side bead. Or sea green. That's the bead we're coming out of. We're going to pick up two 11-O's in our permanent finish gold. And we're going to make a loop by entering the accent bead. And then we pull through, like so. And then we reinforce by going through those two gold beads and our accent bead again. Okay, so we've made a loop, and now we have two 11 O's sitting on top of our accent bead like so. We're going to do this again. So we're exiting our accent bead now. Hi Fiona. She just loves to get in my videos, doesn't she? She has to make her appearance. Alright, so we're going to pick up two 11 O's in our permanent finish gold. And we're going to go back to the accent bead again, making a loop. Like so. And then we're going to reinforce, just like we did with the first two, we're going to reinforce the next two. Do the second bead and back to the accent bead again. And then we pull. So now you have 4 of our gold permanent finish beads sitting on top of our accent bead, like so. Okay. So basically, and I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video, I'm very sorry. You want to know tubular herringbone, and we're doing 4, yeah. So you can have tubular herringbone with 6 or 8, so we're just doing it with 4 beads. So this is the base actually. This is what we're starting right now with our tubular herringbone. So now we've left our accent bead. Come up through one of the gold, pick up 2 gold, and then you stitch across to the next, like so, and then you come up just like you're doing tubular herringbone. Pick up 2, stitch across to the next, and then stitch under, thread getting caught up there a little bit. And then you will just continue to do that until you reach your desired length. So that's how we're adding on a little tubular herringbone chain onto our one nestled gem by just basically anchoring it on that one accent bead. Let me come up. So now I have 3 floors here. And you can make this as long or as short as you like. With the earrings here that I did, I made 9 floors. I like to call them floors, I don't know why, but I made 9 floors. And then I attached a crystal at the top, a 4mm crystal. And I'll go ahead and I'll show you how to do that if I can find my 4mm crystal. Oh. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretend like this is the length I want. Of course it's not, it's just too short. So what we're gonna do is once you reach Fiona and her tail. Once we reach our desired length, we're gonna go ahead and pick up our 4mm crystal. And you see how we're coming out of this 11-0 right here, as if we're going to add 2 more and stitch to this one. We're just going to pick up our 4mm and stitch over to the next 11-0. Oh, I am so sorry. I skipped a step. Actually, what you want to do is you want to pick up one crystal and one 11-0. And then we're going to stitch back down through the bicone, the crystal, like so. And then stitch over to the next 11-0, like so. Then we stitch under. Coming out the top. Go under the go under, stitch through the bicone. Like so. Stitch through the 11-0. That's on top of the bicone. Stitch down to the bicone again. And then over to the next 11-0. We came up through this one, so we're going to come down through that one. Like so. And you see, it sits and anchors right in the middle of our herringbone. So now we're going to stitch under. Back up through the bicone. Like so. And then we made our last pass through the bicone and the herringbone right here, herringbone chain. So now we're just going to stitch through the 11-0, and here is where we can attach our ear wire, as you see right here. I just picked up, as I left the 11-0 seed bead, I picked up 2 more 11-0s in ear wire, and then 2 11-0s, and then stitch back, just making a loop, stitch back to the other end of the seed bead right here, and just kept looping around. And that's how you would finish the earring. Very simple, very easy, and they look really, really elegant, very simple, just really, very pretty and easy to do. You do it very quickly. Now, let's just say that we don't want to do this on the Nestled Gem. You don't have the pattern, you don't want to get the pattern, and you just have some maybe 8mm rounds that you would like to do. So I'm going to show you how to do this on 8mm rounds. The technique is just a little different to start, because we're not starting, how we added the herringbone chain to that one accent bead, that one seed bead. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to do a little differently to make the herringbone flush up against the 8mm round. But I'll show you how to do that. It's really not that hard. So we're going to get all these beads out of our way. And our little lovely earrings here. And, uh-oh, Fiona, I don't want you biting the thread. Here. No. You can sit there. Just don't bite the thread. Okay. Trying to do this around my kitty. Alright. So, here's this earring here. And here I have an 8mm round. There's a little seed bead on the bottom. I think, yeah, these are, this is 9 floors up. And then I have a Chinese crystal rondelle here, a Chinese crystal bicone. There are 2 seed beads here in the middle. And I'll show you how to do all that. It's really pretty. Okay, and she's blocking my light. Bye-bye. right, so what I'm going to do is I'll bring in all our beads here. Got my crystal, got my ear wires, got my seed beads. I don't think we're going to need this many seed beads. I just bought a whole bunch. I know I need 36 because you have 4 beads per each floor. I have 9, 36, and then I have 9 times 4 is 36, sorry. And I have these 2 here and here, so I just got a little extra. So I don't think I'll need all of them, but better safe than sorry. All right, so I'm going to pick up my 8mm round. And I'm going to leave it a little bit for the tail. So that way you can tie it off. Usually I like to have at least 2 to 3 times the length of my needle. That gives me just enough room to tie off the ends. If it's too short, then it's really hard to tie a knot and so forth. So I like to leave just about that much is good, I guess. I'm going to pick up 2 of our permanent finish galvanized silver seed beads in 11/0. And I'm going to stitch back down through the 8mm round. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Made a bit of a mistake. I only want 1 because this is going to be the bottom of the earring, not the top. We're not doing the top yet. So I'm going to take that 1 seed bead off. Sorry about that. I just came up with this particular technique last night. I guess I didn't have enough practice with it. I think after this I'll probably not like a pro. Okay, so you have that 1 seed bead on the bottom, just like you do here on our earring. We just have that 1 seed bead on the bottom, right below the 8mm round. This is the faceted Amazonite. Yeah, if you want to know what bead this is the faceted Amazonite, which I believe is just a really pretty color. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up 2 of our 11/0s. Now we pick up 2. And we're going to go back down through our round and pull. See, our tail is right here, and that's fine because we're going to tie it off later. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch through the 11/0 on the bottom, stitch back up through the round, and I'm pulling really tight and it's very secure. Okay, so now what we're going to do is pick up 2 of our 11/0s, 1 and 2, like so, and stitch back down through our round. Oops, popped right out of my hand there. Let's see, kind of got tangled here a little bit. Don't know what in the world just happened. Okay, there we go. So now I pull that down, and you see how you have those 4 beads sitting right on top, and they're centered around the hole, and they're right on top of our 8mm round. So you see, this is the base of our herringbone. And as I came down, I came through the 11 on the bottom. So I'm just going to stitch back up. You want to make sure you loop through the 11 so since I already did that in one stroke, I'm just going to stitch right back up through our 8mm round, like so. I like to have the tail, in case you're wondering, I like to have the tail at the top, so that way I'll have some thread to tie around when I start to build on the herringbone chain. I like to tie around that thread so that way I can, you know, nicely and neatly tuck it away so you don't see any thread. Down here, there's really nothing to tie it around, so it's just better up here, in my opinion. But you can choose to, if you want to keep the thread at the tail at the bottom, that's fine. Whatever's most comfortable for you. All right, so I've got 2 seed beads on this side, 2 on that side. I'm going to go up through 1 seed bead, pick up 2 of our 11's, come back down, like so. And then we come up. Oops. There we go. Then we come under and up. Pick up 2 seed beads to our 11's. Stitch over, like so. And then we go under. The first 2 floors are a little tricky, but after that it's a breeze. See? I'm going to do one more floor. Pick up 2, stitch over, pull, and then stitch under to the next, on the other side of the floor. Coming up, pick up 2, like so. This is where you're coming out, this is where you stitch through. And pull. Then we stitch under and come up. And so you see you have the beginning of your chain, just like that. And so I have 3 so far. You want to add 6 more to make it 9, that's fine. Whatever length you're working with is it's comfortable for you. And then once I did that, I added our Chinese crystal rondelle. I believe it's a 3x2. Yes, it is a 3x2. No, I'm sorry. It's not 3x2. It's 3x4 or 4x3. So this is, you know, I added that to the top. And just as a different variation, what I did, instead of, you know, at the top, what I did here, I just added 1 seed bead at the top of the bicone. I added 2 at the top of the rondelle, stitch back down through the herringbone, secure it, and then added a bicone on top of the 2 seed beads, and then just continued on and secured my my ear wire, like so. Adding the ear wire is extremely very easy. So there you have it. That is my latest earring design, which I think is really, very cute. I'm bring back the other two. It's really very simple. So like I said, if you already have the pattern, this is something that you can do as an additional additional add-on to that pattern. If you don't, that's fine. You can just go ahead and use any round you like. You probably could even do this with like 6mm crystals by itself, or rounds of any size, or even an 8mm crystal. However you like to do this. It's left up to you. So you have the two ways to actually do these really cute herringbone gem drop earrings. Hope you like it. I'd like to see all your different colors and variations. And if you have any questions or problems, feel free to email me and I'll be happy to help you out. All right, I will talk to you all later. Do take care and happy beading. Bye-bye.